Hey guys, what's up? It's Cosmos back with a new build for Iron Man. You might want to try this one out yourself. First, let me show you the build, then we'll take it for a spin and look at itemization. So I'm level 36 in this video, but you can tailor this build to any level past 30. So the first thing you'll notice is that we aren't using a basic power. This frees up a ton of points for other cool abilities we want to pick up. So first you want to max out your other beam talents. That's Pulse Bolt, Repulsor Barrage, Unibeam, and Channeled Repulsors. This will give you the maximum possible damage on your Channeled Repulsors thanks to the 2% synergies on these skills. Now Channeled Repulsors, as you may know, have a recurring cost of 14 spirit per second. So the rest of the build is built around giving yourself enough spirit to keep this ability up all the time. The next thing you want to do is max out your energy shield. In the last patch, they added spirit regeneration to this ability, and the cool thing is this spirit regen is always on. It doesn't wait for you to stop casting like your normal passive regen. To get energy shield, you'll have to drop a point in each of the other shields just to unlock it. With the points you have left, you want to divide them equally between shield shutdown and reserve power. Reserve power increases your spirit pool, gives you some bonus defense, and shield shutdown gives you a chunk of your spirit back when you shut down your shield and adds defense to your shield. Optionally, you can also put a point in hypervelocity charge and even jet boot flight just to give you some mobility. So that's the whole build. I put a link to it in the description if you want to try this yourself. Now let's check out how this build works. When you get into a map, put up your energy shield. You always want to have this up. Then just use channeled repulsors for all your damage. It hits multiple targets and just melts them. At some point, you're going to run out of spirit. When this happens, pop your shield shutdown, get spirit back, then put your shield back on immediately, and start killing enemies again. That's the whole build. The cooldown on shutdown is 15 seconds, so at higher levels you'll have basically infinite spirit to work with. If your gear and levels are kind of low, then you want to pop shield shutdown whenever it's up to keep your spirit up. So you can see average gear on this build works great, but to really optimize performance, your gear choices can make all the difference. So let's look at itemization. The very best stat you can get for this build is plus spirit. It's very easy to find, and the whole build depends on having a big spirit pool. After that, your next priority should be minus % cost of energy beams powers. This will reduce the recurring cost of your attack. Your third priority is to get plus current ranks of your important skills. So those are channeled repulsors, energy shield, shield shutdown, and energy reserve. For medallions, you should use Juggernaut's medallion. Juggernaut spawns half the time as the second boss in Doom's Castle, so never skip him when you're doing dailies. This thing gives health and defense, but the thing you're really after is the invulnerable shield. You want one with 4% shield chance and as high of health and defense as you can get. The only drawback of channeled repulsors is that it can be interrupted by stuns. This invulnerable shield will mitigate that somewhat. It's up a lot more than you would expect to. For costume stats, you can decide if you want more damage or more survivability. I went for base health because I don't like dying. For your costume core, I would recommend energy projection. It seems to be the best because it gives you an additional 5% to your energy damage. For artifacts, you can also go defensive, but I was lucky enough to find 2 artifacts with plus spirit on them. Beta Particle Mini Reactor can have over 100 spirit, which is amazing for this build. And then Ringed Ruby Ragador of Ragador has 30-some spirit and a chance to regen spirit when you kill an enemy. As a bonus, it also has another invulnerable shield that you can activate on a 20-second cooldown. So let's see what gameplay looks like with spirit gear on. So here we are, killing some baddies. As you can see, with a huge spirit pool, over 400 or so, you hardly ever have to worry about running out. And if you do, shield shutdown is going to give you back something like 150 spirit, which is ridiculous, and it will more than cover the 15-second cooldown. So I urge you to give this build a try. It's definitely the most fun I've had playing Iron Man. The thing I really like about this build is that it scales well with both your level and with your gear upgrades. So every single level you get, every cool piece of gear you find, makes you so powerful. And that's something that I think was missing from the game before I found these types of builds. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and good hunting.